Hi, my name is Amanda Powell, and I will be teaching you how to make a plastic bottle house. Plastic bottle houses are becoming extremely popular in low-poverty countries, and they are extremely useful. So why you should make one is because they are environmentally friendly. Instead of throwing your bottles out, you are using them to make something that is useful. They're cheap and inexpensive to make. Most of them stay at the same temperature inside year-round, and they can be stronger than bricks when filled correctly. What you need, you're going to need about 8,000 bottles, more or less. It depends on how large you want the house. I would recommend PET bottles. Dry sand to fill it with, a mixture of earth, clay, sawdust, and some cement, and some land where you can legally build. You will also need a shovel to dig, window frames if you want windows, a door frame if you want to put in an actual door. You also need a long iron steel rod, one for each column that you're going to make, a long strong thread, possibly the stuff they use for hay bales to tie together, since that's pretty strong, but the stronger you have, the better. You'll also need broken bricks and other recyclables to fill in spaces, nails and hammers obviously for the windows and the door frames, and possibly for the ceiling. And you also need lots of people to help, or this could take a very long time to do. You can find a lot of the materials from your friends and neighbors along the highway, such as bottles. They're extremely easy to find. You just got to make sure to get them with the caps on. You can also get building materials from your local hardware store, such as Ace Hardware. They will generally have anything you need. If you need people to help you, you can ask your friends, family, and any local organizations that have an interest in living green. So if there's anybody with a green logo, you can generally ask them. Okay, so step one, the first thing you have to do is you have to fill the bottles with sand and recap them. This is extremely important because this is what makes them as strong as they are. Second step is you got to paste the mixture that you made from the cement mix with the bottles so that they're even stronger than they would be. It helps to make them more brick-like. Step 3, you got to start with making the pillars. Generally you need around 3. Try not to go under that. But you can have as many pillars as you want. So the more pillars, not always the better, but generally can't really go too wrong with that. To make a pillar foundation, you need to dig a cylindrical pit about 60 centimeters in depth. You need to make the radius, that's the halfway between the circle, about 10 centimeters more than the length of the bottle that you'll be using for the pillar. And you also need to make a cement bed about 4 centimeters in thickness in the pit. Then you need to insert your steel rod at the center going upwards. Tie your long, strong thread to the rod, and then lay 10 or 11 bottles around the rod by laying the bottle with the cap pointed towards the rod, and then tying the neck of the bottle with the thread. Then you repeat this with all the other bottles, and you got to make sure that the caps touch. You then fill in the gaps around the bottles with rubble and cement, and then you can leave, come back a few hours later, cement should be hardened, and you can repeat that for all the bases of the pillars that you need. Alright, then you need to lay the bottles like you did for the cement on top of each other until your pillar is as high as you would like it to be. And you can use the broken bricks and other rubbles to fill in the space between the bottles. And then you can also plaster the pillar with cement at the end of the process. It's kind of like painting it, but with cement, so it kind of makes it smooth. After that, you can make an outline with chalk powder for the platform, and then you can make a clay bed about 5 centimeters height and a width of plus 5 centimeters of the length of your bottles. And the bed will be made around the perimeter of your platform. This picture is a pretty good illustration. You then lay the bottles facing outwards side by side on the bed and tie them to each other. Fill in the spaces with cement and rubble. And then you can repeat until your walls are as high as you want. And now after that, you can put your tiles or ceramics for floorings on the bottom. After that, you just add the ceiling. It can be any ceiling materials you want because the foundation is going to be extremely strong, and then your house is done. Okay, here's some interesting facts. The person behind the idea is Andres Froese. He's the guy who came up with it all. He's German. He is the founder of the ECHO organization that does the majority of these. In 2008, plastic was 12% of the USA solid waste stream, and plastic houses are being made in low-poverty countries. Some other green ideas: you could turn plastic bags into fabric and use them to create sweatshirts and bags, I guess. Projects that include robot cans. You can make those. Those are pretty popular with the kids. And Coke can lockpick. That's one of my favorites. Learned that in about 5th grade. Still very popular. For more information, you can visit ecotechnologia.com, which is the leading site for this. And I do believe that is everything. So, thank you for watching. Do I end this?